So today I wanted to really just home in on an amazing part of our human experience, an amazing part of what makes us human, and what perhaps many of us have never learned to experience because we've been told that it's shameful and that it's embarrassing and that it's not okay. And that is the expression of feelings, but not just the expression of feelings, having feelings, and the amazingness that we get to live through these emotions. And when you look at it from a perspective that I'm going to share with you now, you start to actually not identify too strongly with these emotions and start to be really grateful that we get to experience them. So as humans, we have such a spectrum of emotions, from fear and all anxiety and depression and all the kind of what we class as negative emotions, to all of the amazing high vibrational emotions, happiness, joy, fulfillment. And these emotions on this spectrum, we feel them. And yet many of us, when they come up, we don't fully experience them. We don't fully sit with that feeling and fully embrace that feeling. And yet I think as a human, we kind of forget that having this emotion is not like that. You hear people talk about different dimensions and different beings that are in the universe, on a 2D level, on a 3D level, on a different, on an astrological level. People talk about other beings being out in space, out in the universe. And as a human being, I think we're one of the only beings or existences that get to feel and experience emotions. And so I say, embrace that, and embrace that emotion as it comes up, and really feel into it and understand that, this doesn't define who you are. It's just a process of healing that the body is bringing up, and you're just experiencing in that phase in your lifetime. And it's needed and it's communicated with you for what you need to do to take the next step. So for example, if you're experiencing anxiety about something, your body is just simply telling you, either one, you've eaten too much sugar, or two, you've had too much caffeine, or three, I'm actually feeling pretty scared about this, and that's okay. So you could, if you identify with that feeling and live in a bubble of, or live in a bubble of anxiety all the time, and like I said, identify it and feel it all the time, and resent that anxiety, that's when your life becomes really shit, because you are what am I trying to say here? The only thing I can really say to explain it is you're identifying yourself with that emotion. Like, you are not that emotion. You are a living human being who is just transcending that emotion, and that's okay. And then you take another level of the spectrum, which is the high end, and that's things like joy, euphoria, fulfillment, and they are amazing emotions. And sometimes we actually can't reach the high level emotions all the time. We can't reach those high level of emotions without experiencing these lower level of emotions. So it's a little bit like yin and yang. We need one to appreciate the other, and this is what is amazing about the human experience. If only we could look at it from the attitude of, you know what, I get to feel things, then life will always be more manageable, because we don't identify and we're not defined by that exact emotion. We just are. We're present, we're here, we're living, and we're just experiencing these emotions. And those experiences are helping us to be taken on the next path of our journey. So hopefully that helps you to just feel better about any time that you are experiencing any feelings and emotions that are maybe a little bit overwhelming or unusual for you. And I just want you to recognize that it's amazing to experience emotions in this physical plane that we live in as a human being. Yeah, I just think it's fascinating. Anyway, and actually, just to end, if you're into this kind of stuff, which I personally am on a spiritual level, I have a friend who, I don't know if you know what channeling means, but channeling is basically where you receive, for want of a better word, a download. For want of a better word for the people that have never heard that word before, I mean, a download of, itchy back, a download of, which was a message from someone who's a non-physical being, and the message was, embrace your emotions as a human being, because that's the only place you're going to experience emotions. So when you feel angry, feel angry. Whenever you feel sad, feel and be sad. Whenever you feel happy, fucking go hug everyone, you know, be happy. Excuse my French there. And when he told me that, I was like, wow, that's so true. And yet we resent our emotions, we resent feeling the way we feel, but what if we could look at it in a completely different way? Anyway, that's my 6-minute check-in. I'll see you for my next video, whatever that may be. But hopefully you've taken some value from it. If you enjoy my YouTube video, please do subscribe in the button below, and like if you like this video too. And ask me any questions you like in the comments box below. Mwah. Have a good one, guys.